goes off the track. Cuts this again. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
What did you think about Max getting booed? How was that? That thing? That's all you heard about during Saturday and like Friday when Max getting booed because of the whole Nelson Piquet incident. But we're gonna leave that till later.
Like, here's the thing, right? If you're mad about Abu Dhabi, we've said this before. You should kind of get over it by now. Like, yeah, what happened was crap, but either way, fans would have been upset, like, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
His comments had nothing to do with Max. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him to be booed for that isn't fair, and it's just rude. Because I didn't see, like, from where I was at least, I didn't see any sort of Max fans booing Lewis.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just kind of like, it wasn't great. It really put a downer on the atmosphere when you're booing like people to the point where you can't hear them on the track. Like, that's just really unfair. But I think regardless of the weekend, everyone just kind of comes together on a Sunday, regardless. Because like Sunday's atmosphere was a whole lot better than Friday and Saturday's. It was disappointing to see the booing, but obviously there's not much you could do about it.
Just because like it seemed like there was a very footy atmosphere.
Yeah.
There was footy chant from video. Like I've seen a lot of footy chants going on and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably the main source of why people were booing. Because
True.
people who watch footy love a good boo. Like
Yeah.
they're like, anytime we like play a charity match, say Liverpool and Michael Owen plays, everyone boos him.
Yeah.
Even though like he's iconic and everybody everybody in like growing up loved him, but because he went to Man United, they still boo him just as a laugh.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can't, because it's not often that it happens in Formula One. You can't distinguish whether it's just for banter or not.
Because you don't hear it like on the TV. And this is funny, when they filmed the F1 show, they asked the McLaren drivers, "Oh, do you think you're going to get points?" Like, and the whole crowd cheer. And then they asked the crowd, "Oh, do you think you're going to get on the podium?" And they were having sound issues like the entire time. So there were times where we couldn't hear them. And because we couldn't hear them, no one was cheering or anything. So it's just dead silent.
It's so funny though. It's just the irony of that.
Yeah, like it was just dead silent because we just didn't know what to do.
We touched on Max, like obviously getting the boos and whatnot. Yeah, personally, I don't. Yeah, whatever.
I don't agree with it. Even Lewis said, like, "Come on."
Yeah, like as a Merc fan, I don't particularly like Verstappen, but I'm not going to sit there and boo him.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no point. I think most of it was maybe from the PK incident, but even still,
but even again, I'd establish that as not fair because that's not to do with him.
Yeah,
that's not something that he's directly done. But it is what it is. It happened, but
yeah. I think the way Red Bull addressed it, we'll touch on it briefly. The way that Red Bull addressed it, they didn't need to put out a statement because they already did action, and I think actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, they do.
So they already disengaged Phipps from thing we spoke about the last time.
Yeah, that was something that intrigued me because he's still racing, isn't he? Like, I didn't imagine that he's still racing.
Yeah, he's just.
I heard no breeze for him as he was going past, so I was kind of like, But yeah, no, I agree. Actions speak louder than words, and for them to do that, that's a big statement. But it was the right decision to make.
If anything, boo Horner, like he's the boss. He should have told the social media page to put the statement out regardless. That I didn't like that interview.
I mean, actions speak louder than words until the actions are dangerous, and we'll touch on that later on. I just thought I'd put that in there. That was interesting.
What? I agree. I definitely agree with what Arno was saying though. Like, it's so difficult to touch on because you can't really say too much without being pragmatic or any type of way of being like you've got a certain view. There's only one thing that we should know, and that's one: we do not diversify against anybody. We do not hate gender, whatever it is. That's just not on. It's just
definitely not.
I don't know, the way they go about it professionally, you have all these different teams just saying like, nope, not happening. Nelson Piquet's a they're not outing him, they're not saying his name, but everybody knows full well that he's a for what he said. That's just no. And then it's just Red Bull have this whole thing about Vips, and then It's like, oh, do they release a statement? Do they not release it? It's just like, oh, you're just winding yourself up even more. You've then got Nelson Piquet, which is unfortunately in that category as well. It's oh god,
it's difficult because it's always difficult to put out a statement in those situations because regardless, you're going to get people who are unhappy
oh yeah,
and people who like accept the statement and like agree with it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think the worst thing they could have done is just not said anything at all. But it's important to at least address it.
They pinned what Nelson said on Vips by not putting out like the way he said it. He was like, "Well, yeah, we'd already took action by like getting rid of Vips," and it's like, "Yeah, but yeah, Vips said something horrible, but he didn't say it multiple times, and then say, like,
and it's a completely different guy that did something else as well."
Like,
they're definitely trying to distract from the situation, and I guess because it obviously occurred over the weekend, you've not got much time to think. So the only thing they figured they could try and do was be like, okay, but this is what we have done as of now, which something's always going to be better than nothing. But like it was just unfortunate for everything to kind of occur and that to be pushed on Red Bull a lot over the weekend. But at least they took some form of action. I think that's the best part.
I think we all just
they'll get the revenge in Booins later on. The time will come for Booins for Lewis.
Zambor probably.
It's gonna happen.